to show the yellow belt Kenpo freestyle techniques. Now when I say that, you might go, what are those? Because not a lot of Kenpo schools teach these anymore, especially schools I find that are sparring schools. They'll maybe work more pad work, sparring with partners, etc. We're a high sparring school, but I still really like them because I think they help teach a student how to properly control height, width, depth, understand range and distance management, and what to do when you're close or farther away from the opponent. Okay, so we're going to start off with B1A. Sounds like algebra, but it's not. Basically, B stands for a base move where we are wrist to wrist to each other. And 1, which is the number, signifies a in-place stance change. Now, it's often done as a forward bow. I prefer to be on the ball of my foot. But B1A, I grab and pull his wrist diagonally down just far enough where I can cancel his height, width, and depth. There's weight on his feet, canceling his height just for a moment, his inability to punch me, and I've controlled his ability to shorten or widen his stance on a straight line. But that's not enough. I have to hit him. So for B1A, I grab, pull, and I punch to the head. I'm going to purposely miss. And you notice that if I don't pull down far enough, Evan can still hit me with his hand. I haven't canceled his ability to punch. I haven't canceled his width. So I pull right to my left hip for B1A. I go, G! And then once we understand B1A, A the smaller lowercase, B1B means I can do the same thing, but replace the A, which is the high punch, with a uppercut punch. And that's going to hit him in the ribs. So B1B, G! I uppercut, cancel his height, width, and depth. Okay, so we'll try this again. We're wrist to wrist. B1A, G! I hit up high. B1B. That helps you work on your control on your techniques as well, which is important for beginners and advanced and intermediate as well. The other thing about B1A, B1B, if you are a female and a much bigger male has their finger in your face like this, well look, G! That's the same move, or hey, please leave me alone, G! That's the same move. It's just that we learn it wrist to wrist for teaching purposes. But if you understand that, this threatening behavior is the same move for B1A and B1B. Now B2A, the distance is such where I'm not close enough to be able to grab him with good technique. I could do this, but that's bad technique. Okay, I'm overcommitting and I'm open to being hit. So 2 signifies a greater level of range. So what I do is a push drag, okay? If you're not Kenpo, that's a shuffle. G! Grab, pull, punch. So all I did is I shuffled up B2A because I hit him high. Which means if I know B2A, B2B, G! The uppercut hits. You notice I'm canceling his height, width, and depth again. Okay? Had I done it something else where I tried to overcommit, I'm open to being hit. Okay, so now we go 3. So 3, the distance is even a little greater. Can't do B1A. I can't even do B2A or B2B. So what I'm going to do is a front crossover and a step out. So I go front crossover, maybe he's backing up, step, grab, pull, punch. Okay, so I'll do that again and try to be cognizant of the fact that you don't want your head bopping. Okay, my head stays at the same level. So I front crossover, G! Grab, pull, punch. That's B3A. And then when we understand the lowercase a, B3B is the same with an uppercut. G! So I cross over, grab, pull, uppercut. Now B4A, maybe the distance is even more, okay? Now, if Evan doesn't move, you see there's a long gap. And I'll tell you, Evan has a 5th degree, he'll take my head off and he won't just stand there. So maybe the situation is such where my opponent's backing up in response to my attack. So I do this, he's backing up, he's back, and I step through. So B4 is a crossover, step out, step through. So watch it again, B4A, front crossover, step out, grab, pull, punch. Which means B4B is the same, but lowercase, I do the uppercut. So if if I piece them all together, it'll look like this. Range is close, B1A, B1B. In reality, we don't want to be that close. B2A, B2B, C, B3A, B3B, C, B4A, B4B, C. And those are the Kenpo freestyle techniques to work on. Great for controlling the opponent, understanding distance management. Practice them up, guys. B1A all the way to B4B.